Saturday night with Chef Anna, Boris, and Manitoba beef producers. We are kicking things off tonight with short rib ragu with Parpadelle.
That's right.
All right, gold star. We've already kind of got this half done.
Yeah, we've already got this started. One of the key things about this is when you're braising something, you want to get that nice crusty brown, caramelization, that Maillard effect on
the what now?
The Maillard.
The Maillard?
Yes, a culinary term.
All right, like zhuzh.
That's right. It's like browning your meat.
Okay, okay.
So the key to that is patting your short ribs dry. You want them to be nice and dry. Just use a paper towel, and then you will season them quite generously.
Quick question. So there's a couple of kinds of short ribs, which I sort of knew, but also not. So can you please distinguish between
Okay,
these?
so these are a braising short rib. You can also get like a Korean cut one. Those are for the barbecue. You don't want to use these. These are specifically for braising because they nice low and slow. These will take 3.5, 4 hours in your oven. So it gives a chance to get those nice tender chunks to just fall off the bone.
Flavor. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so these guys have been browned. We're gonna pull them out and you'll notice the color on them. We love color, and it's totally okay if there's also a bit stuck to the bottom of your pan.
We haven't even started with the color yet. I mean, that's, like I get your point, but there's just a whole lot more coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pull these out, and then this is kind of a one-pot deal, which is the beauty of it.
Love the one-pot deal.
That's right. So we've got a bit of fat still in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
If there's too much, you kind of want to make sure there's maybe 1 tablespoon left in there, so you can drain it.
That was my next question. What's too much fat?
That's right. So drain it, and
that
then
much.
Yep, little poppily. Here we go. And then we're gonna add in our mirepoix, our trinity of the base of any sauce.
Mirepoix?
The mirepoix, yeah. So
Mirepoix.
celery, carrot, onions. We're gonna get these going, and you'll see even with the water content in the onions and carrots, it's already kind of starting to deglaze the bottom of this
Doesn't take
pan.
very long at all.
It really doesn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Okay.
We're gonna season that every step of the way. So a little salt.
Boom.
Yeah, a little pepper. Perfect. And then you'll let these cook down just till they get soft. And they get aromatic.
3-4 minutes.
Yeah, they'll probably
like
go.
that?
Yeah, they'll probably go for about 3 or 4 minutes. If you need to turn your heat up or down, you just be the judge of that.
Okay.
You don't want anybody burning. To this, you're gonna be adding your tomato paste.
Like, there's really nothing in here that's just like, whoa, like really unusual or, exotic, if I can use that term. It's all pretty much stuff that most of us would have
That's
around,
right, and that's the beauty of cooking. Simple ingredients. In goes our garlic. Simple
How much
ingredients.
is that?
That's a hefty amount.
That's a lot. I was gonna say that looks like
It's about a
lot.
tablespoon of minced garlic in there.
And you mince your garlic fresh, or do you ever buy the pre-done?
I never buy it pre-done.
Okay.
I will
Assume
typically
not.
buy like the 3-pack, and I blitz it myself at home. And then
It doesn't take that long, and it tastes so much better. Like it just.
That's
really
right.
does. But you could. I mean, you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I blend it with a bit of oil, and it keeps in the fridge for 3-4 weeks.
Okay.
It's wonderful. So once this is going, you'll deglaze. If there is a bit of burnt spots in the bottom, we're gonna start deglazing with a bit of red wine. So we're gonna turn this up just a touch.
Is that a cup? Yes.
It's about a cup of red wine. Of course, measure with your heart.
There we go. It
But-
smells like transcendent.
Yes, and once the wine goes in, whew,
Yeah.
That
okay.
is-
Bring it on.
yep. And we just add a little bit at a time so
Oh.
it kind of absorbs. And then it starts to thicken everybody. And then we're gonna add all the red wine in.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yep.
Love that. Okay.
And that is a smell. Whew, that's beautiful smell.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
So
now.
Yeah, so you would bring this back up to a boil. You would let it reduce for sure by half.
Okay.
And it'll get nice and thick.
About
in
how
there.
long is that going to take?
So that would probably take typically about 5-10 minutes. Yeah. It's a party in here.
Please.
And like you said, just not very fancy ingredients.
No.
It's just your typical.
Yeah.
So from that, we are going to add kind of a fancy ingredient. So we've got Dijon mustard and we've got anchovy paste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that is going to add some umami to this.
How would you describe umami? Like it's sort of a hard thing to put your finger on. It's almost like
It
a
really
quality
is.
as opposed to a taste. Like
It's almost like an emotion.
I love that. It is an emotion. It's a
That's right.
whole thing.
That's right. Of course, if there is any fish allergies, you can just avoid the anchovy paste altogether.
Wicked, wicked.
We're gonna add a little Worcestershire.
Are you saying that right?
I'm saying that right. And then in here we've got a blend of fresh thyme, oregano, some chili flakes, and some bay leaves. And these just go all together.
KK.
And then of course, like I mentioned before, we're gonna season.
A little bit of salt.
And then of course,
A little bit of pepper.
a little bit of peps. And then
A lot of tomatoes.
whole tomatoes.
Do you break these up?
Yeah, you can, but remember these are gonna be cooking for 3.5 hours.
Right.
And then at the end, we're gonna blitz the sauce. So they're gonna be blended with everything. So it doesn't matter if they break down too much. You're gonna be blending them at the end.
It will take its course.
That's right. So,
Okay.
now we're gonna add these ribs back in. You bring it back up to a boil, and then they'll go into the oven, a 300-degree oven, so a
Okay,
low
that was my
oven.
next question. Yeah.
Yeah, low oven for about 3.5 to 4 hours. And you'll know those bones will just be sliding right out. The meat will be falling apart, and you'll know that you have a really great product.
And you've been working on. There's actually one ready to go here.
That's right.
Okey-doke.
So we will cover this. We'll turn this down. There we go. And if you want to pull that version out of the oven,
I do.
yes.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's give her. Okay, here we go. And you can see, oh yeah.
Beauty.
We got that color in there. These bones, I gotta pull one of these bones out because
It's like
literally the bone just falls right off.
Yeah.
Falls right off.
Effortless. Okay, so there you have it. Short rib ragu with, well, we got the noodles here. This
The
is sort of
pappardelle.
Pappardelle, yeah.
Garnished with some pesto and some Parmesan.
And you
Yum.
can really serve it with any kind of noodle, to my understanding. But this
Yeah.
is like one of your faves. So,
Yeah.
all right. So tonight, of course, Manitoba beef producers. When we come back, really, really fantastic beef pad thai. It tastes great. Here on Great Taste of Manitoba. Don't go anywhere.